Hey Scorpio. Hey Scorpio, how are you doing? How was your pink moon, your pink spider, pink moon, super moon, full moon, 26th and 27th of April? How was that for you? Feeling the effects of it on the 27th, 28th, and possibly, you know, a few days either side, but typically the moon affects the tides, 12 hours delay. Yeah. So I went and got new energy. I went and picked up, because I needed some Smithwaite, the Centennial Edition, and it was quite the journey to go get it. It was a beautiful spirit quest and involved many serendipitous things. I found out that Pamela Coleman Smith actually did a fair bit of theater design, set design work with one of my guides, William Butler Yeats, who very much did me a huge, gave me a huge gift a couple of years ago, and got my most recent ex into a home, a fantastic home, phenomenal home, in I don't mean a mansion, I just mean something really beautiful, 3-bedroom, beautiful, total change of luck, at the very last moment possible, you know, up in County Mayo, and Williams from County Sligo next door. And so now, knowing that, and this month I've been working on, in my astrology book, right? It's about sorting out, we've been in the house of Scorpius, and figuring out, I'm at the week of, you know, determining which guides are helping with that house. And so, and further to that, once I got these cards home, I found out that another person close to me had safely been relocated to a new home. And it's a thing that pops up. I clean homes, so that's the thing that I've had from cleaning clients, as well as getting them to safe homes. So apart from working with murder victims, yeah. So I'm feeling her energy very strongly right now, and I'm very happy about that. I've got there are 4 plates that came with the deck, illustrations of hers that are not tarot. So I've got those up for, I mean, you can only see so much of them, I realize, but the energy is here. I also pulled along one of my favorite oracles, Alana Fairchild's Wild Kuan Yin. I have the pocket edition. You can get it in regular size or as a phone app. I've had that as well. And I'm not trying to plug anything. I don't do that. I'm sure she doesn't either. But for me, the paintings, it's a Chinese painter. I put his name in the description. I love the paintings, but the messages from Alana also, and through her guides. Kuan Yin is a very gentle energy, but I find the gentle energies, same as with the Aboriginal Australian decks from Mel Brown that I'll use as oracles that I gave to my dear Leo. Disarmingly gentle, and then they come in and just like wham, right? So, but I do love the paintings. We'll see what we can get from that. See where you are at. Okay, Scorpio. I did a 5-month analysis review of, I did an analysis review of your past 5 months of readings to see where you're at. Wrote it all out in the description of the last reading. And I've kind of let go. I kept track. I brought my phone along for Virgo and read from it for that, and I think the air signs. But for Cancer and for you, I felt like just sort of releasing and not thinking so much. If I need to, I'll stop the camera and go get my phone and read from the analysis if I'm not sure about something. Okay. Let's hold these up to the camera. You can see them. They'll be in the thumbnail as well, but this is just how much I love. Get the shadow and get my hand cast in the shadow. How close can I get her? Skipping. Her. And these guys. Beautiful. And I believe Kuan is usually showing up as a child. It's not the only card where the sister theme prevails, but so he's a Chinese painter, but these are Tibetan scenes, of course. So Tibet energy. All right, beautiful. Well, Scorpio, that's some very sweet looking energy for you right now. Let's just see how disarming that is. I feel like the, oh yeah, and then here we're going to do what I didn't do with Gemini. Fix our focus. Let's just test a card out. Oh, and I shuffled them beforehand, so there we have Hanged Man. Upright. Hangman came out reversed for Cancer in the read. Here he is upright. So, free will, soul contract, energy, sacrifice, and muse energy, forced change of perspective, divine timing. That's caught. 12th house, being the muse, being the bridge, being the prophet, the psychedelic conjurer, the magician, really. You know, like the the George Harrison, I like to say. No, that is, no, I've got a hair trapped there. Get that out. And okay. Well, that's sort of some confused energy. Let's give it one more just for clarity. Not for the cards' clarity or God's clarity or the guide's clarity, just my own. Alright. What is happening for Scorpio? May 1st to 15th. Okay. Cups energy again, just like the Hanged Man, and a forced change of perspective. So some healing is on hold. Guidance is on hold. Possibly a relationship is going through some trouble. There's a disagreement, or something's out of alignment. The question is, so this is Cancer energy. Is it between you and someone in front of you in this world, or is it between you and a guide or guides? We're in a 2 stage, so we're making up our mind about something we're not used to making up our mind about. It's a new situation. It's a new problem. And so we haven't really made up our mind about it before. Right, what was I saying about new? Okay. And it's in this world because it's a pentacle. So somebody in your immediate life, this isn't a guide issue. This is either family or soulmate, or, you know, because we have kind of potentially a soulmate card here, or a twin flame. We kind of got the flame motif with this. I mean, I realize it's not a flame, but this protective, almost griffin type. Okay. Archway of possibility, new. Obviously, they're all going to have arches. Taurus season and a Taurus. For me, this is a Taurus card. I put second house energy with cardinal. Absolutely. Same as with air. And this is a plan for an opportunity for obvious, huh? Let's see. No. Okay, I've got a Queen of Wands slapping around. Which would be Sagittarius energy as far as I'm concerned. But it could be, of course, Aries or Leo. Take take it that way. Okay, another soulmate card in reverse. Not to mention, okay, but it's looking like this is affecting your connection to your guides. Because how can it not? This is a 6, a gift. Gift that you're waiting to come, that hasn't come through, or it's been turned down. This is your own energy, Scorpio. And how would it, okay, the Chariot can move through all of the water. Chariot is not moving. There's a transformation that's not happening because the Chariot's a 7. And why am I saying Chariot? Because I see the Chariot moving through, we're moving through Cancer to Scorpio. We're moving from roots into basically working with both worlds. Yes, and transmuting energy. Wow, did you see that spiral? Okay, so it's all around. It could be going multiple directions, and it's coming up sideways. Whoa! Did I have a Queen of Wands upside down or what? Okay, good. We got that. Still recording. That's nice. Okay, Aries energy. First house energy. Energy of the self. So somebody's torn. So that Queen of Wands. Who's that Queen of Wands? Is it? I mean, it could be you in your Wands energy, Scorpio. But somebody is undecided. Okay. 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 And just to another 6 in reverse, and here we have Leo energy. So, like, how many people? How many people, Scorpio? Celebrated self is not celebrated. So you've gone through some kind of rejection, some sort of deterrent, something. Or you're not celebrated in this relationship. Okay, camera timed out. But yeah, so it's that's what that Ace of Pentacles is there for, as a clarifier, basically. I mean, yes, there could be an opportunity as well. Well, geez. Okay, so even in the astrology book, the Lovers came out in reverse for the predictive reading for the month of April. And here we have it as the only divine timing on the table, charted. So there's, okay, so, and it's also the ethics card. I mean, we're dealing with 3rd house energy, what you know, how you know it, right and wrong. So there's probably there could be a conflict of beliefs. It's in reverse, so it's charted. So it's not just you two failing to work things out. It is actually intended for you to have this problem with each other. How nice. Okay, but you are a mastermind. Now, I put this as Aquarius 11th house energy, legacy energy, networking, part of your, what follows with your career in terms of what you're going to do for the greater good. This, for me, I've turned that into a Houdini card. She knows exactly how to get herself out because it takes a lot to get to the 8. You don't just suddenly arrive at, all of this kind of thinking. And so because I figured why the Swords cards always look so, typically carry such negative energy, and I was like, well, but how is that numerically consistent? It's progression. It's progression in thinking. So 8 is strength, also the infinity symbol, right? And but no, she's gonna do this incredible. 8s are proving yourself to yourself, right? What is strength about except to prove yourself to yourself, to develop, and then you prove yourself to everybody else. So this person, I'm assuming, especially, and I find that there's a correlation here between this lack of celebration and being in your head, right? Because you're isolated. If you're not feeling celebrated, then you are in isolation. And you know what you know, and you have the conviction. You're going to carry that conviction to get into the Nine of Swords, which brings even more anxiety, proving yourself what you know to everybody else. So there's okay, so yeah, there's this perspective that you have that they don't have. But it's time, like it's your time in your 11th house. It's your time. And you tried to share it, possibly, in that Six of Cups, doing your Scorpio thing, because that's your energy, right? And it was turned down. More cups turned down. So this insight, this knowledge, yes, tied then to psychic energy. And it's to do with your core self. It's who you are. It's who you are. Transformation. So we go from the ace to the transformation. You have what you need in the physical world to do what you need to do in this 11th house, in this legacy house, in this greater good house, in your career energy as well. This I would put as Virgo. So problem solving. You're in a problem solving mode. This is the last card of Virgo, because then in my classifications. So then we reach the 8 of your career. So we're talking about pre-launch, which is exactly like they're both in their head. Both in their head. And so you're going to be, this is towards, and very much making sure that this is about you, if nobody else. Okay. And the truth, the psychic truth exists, King. So somebody, yeah, absolutely, somebody is ignoring the truth. Somebody is not using their psychic abilities. As we have the echo of all of these cups in reverse. The sword of truth, this sword that she is wielding. Therefore, absolutely, that relationship is just... Now, is this a permanent loss? Well, I'm not sure. More Virgo. This is affirming my insistence that that's a Virgo energy. Problem solving, guidance. You're going to be guided. So the two divine timings. Okay, so right now it's alone time. And I just was hoping that it wasn't. I was hoping that I was ahead of schedule with Baba Jolie's reading earlier that I was listening to. And she got the same thing. And she said, yeah, no, it's going to be hermit time. I already did that. Okay. But magician energy. Absolutely. Just like with that, well, like wizard. You know, the mature magician. Okay, anything else? Anything else for Scorpio? May, and now I am designating this between May 1st and 15th. Okay? So this isn't like the next 6 months situation. This is designated as a specific 2-week period. So whatever is off could just be for these 2 weeks. Yes? Because otherwise, why are we dating it? Just say, a reading for any time, anywhere. And yes, I know things can resonate differently. Yes, okay. Well, here's further to that. And there's the wand that's sideways. And she's got a couple of them there. And this Page of Pentacles. So that's Aries energy. Not necessarily Aries, but this Fool isn't quite ready for the journey. But you are. You are. I want to say, yeah, because you do not need to be put in the corner. Now this is more divine timing. So if we take the divine timing together, right, I would say who's in the upright and who's in the reverse. Yes. So somebody's not ready. This person's not ready. And it's just how it is. For now. Yeah? Because that's... And here we have Eve looking up. Now, I mean, don't get me started on Adam and Eve. Okay? But look up Mami Wata and the African prophetesses and what Adam and Eve has to do with that, okay, and the snake symbol. I could see interference here. We could, you know, typically people see it as protection, but you know, it could be, since this is already a lie of a story, right? So why believe in the protection of the lie? So there could be interference here, right? Could be interference. And if you're not tuned into your guides and if this hasn't happened, right, then you allow interference. Especially, like I still get interfered with spiritually, but I deal with it. And you will too. You will too. You will know. You will know. And this will affirm it for you. Because you do have your guidance in place. You do have this Sword of Truth, which is God's truth. Yes, this Ace of Swords is God's truth. It's very necessary that you absolutely go through the world, go through you know. I feel like you, even as much as that this card is applying to this person's status right now, I feel like, and I might be projecting, but with this Six of Wands, the problem is that they are putting you in shadow. That's what I feel. Okay, let's see what Oracle says. The loving push. Hey, hey, hey. And you've been teaming up with Grandmother Spider, Kali, right? And now we've got Grandmother speaking. I mean, I take Kuan Yin as a version of that energy, but Sacred Grandmother will nudge you when you need to take a step, comfort you when you become uncertain, and provide the means for you to move towards your destination. Which is, of course, your divine destiny. When you feel the divine pushing you, leap. And what did I say? This Fool isn't ready to leap. This Fool's in reverse. This Aries energy. What am I saying? Aries energy. That's Taurus energy. Well, I'm glad I've corrected that, because everybody will go, hey, wait a minute. You can't read a card. Somebody's not ready to invest. Somebody's not ready to do this. Well, I think they can see how much it takes to get to the 10, right? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I think they see this as a lot of work. But you're getting pushed. And you know it, and you're capable of it. Okay. What is the other oracles say? Medicine of the Divine Mother. What do we have here except Caduceus in reverse? And that is to step out of the energy that you create for yourself and with your guides and everything, and to step into their energy, right? Now, if they're coming along, and we need to be patient, right? Third house, they need to learn. 10th house, it's affecting their career, okay? And your routines and everything. So, you know, it's in their own best interests. Your morning walk, daily prayer, or yoga class, your time to dance each evening or meditate, to do an oracle card reading, or to sit quietly with a cup of tea and reflect upon what you are grateful for in that moment. Simple daily routines done with awareness allow you to feel my love for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do that with my astrology book, filling that in. I do it here with the candles. You have your magic. There's one of the cards from the Ancient India deck, like the magic of the normal. Make the normal magical, right? The usual, the routine, make it magical. Light the candles if you can. You know, like have magic objects around. They're magic because they carry energy that was intended for you, yeah? Like this is a stone from Mexico, but who gave it to me was one of my mom's closest friends and colleagues, a professional recorder player, Devora Marcuse, who was a Russian atheist Jew who survived the Holocaust. And she was basically my main sort of guru figure. She passed a few years ago, but let's say up until I was still in contact with her when my child was young. And it's going back to almost my birth. So that's what, you know, that's what this stone means to me. Everything here means something. So those routines, those things, that ability to transmute, to do your thing, Scorpio, of transmuting, where no matter, like, you're strong. Yeah, that Ace of Wands, your fire. Your fire. Nobody gets to touch your fire and put it out. Put it out. Yeah, grandma's pushing you. Grandmother spider's pushing you. And of course you're going to, because your first loyalty is to the other side. Because you're Scorpio. And much love. I will be back in 2 weeks.